Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, The Real Super Sam, and today is the 50th Forgotten Spider-Man Rogues episode, and I hope you enjoy. Let's start off by saying, if this guy is going to be labeled as a Forgotten Spider-Man villain, he is my favorite one, a very great character to have as the 50th Forgotten Spidey Rogue to look at. James Sanders, aka the Speed Demon, is a speedster Spider-Man villain. Just with that info, why has he been so sparsely used? Maybe it's because he is still just a common crook with a gimmick, but then again, the Shocker is as well, and there are so many people who love him. Shocker's even been in live action. Speed Demon is like him, but with a cooler power. This character first appeared in the Avengers, issue 69 and 70, also behind the scenes. This story was the one of the first, if not the first, Avengers comics I ever read, and it came out in October and November 1968. I mean 69. Yeah, this being my first Avengers comic, I was very confused. I didn't know really anyone, and the different costumes made it more confusing. His story is he was a chemist who didn't like his job, and the Grandmaster offered him powers if he would then join a team and work for him. Things happened, and he was sent back home, keeping his powers. Now, he returned later in November 1981 in The Amazing Spider-Man issue 222, renaming himself as the Speed Demon. Speed Demon is committing robberies in New York, and what makes him different is only just the little thing of super speed. Spider-Man can't even land a punch on this guy in outside spaces. They fight through a mall, and Spider-Man manages to trick Speed Demon into falling into a punch, flying him into a spider's web. His next appearance was in Marvel Team-Up issue 121. Speed Demon is released from prison and goes back to robberies, facing off against Spidey and the Human Torch. He has started to use his powers more creatively, like breaking the ground and throwing pieces of street at the Torch like bullets. He gets accidentally stopped by a hero, the new Leapfrog, who bounces around and sits on Sanders, sending him to prison again. Next, Speed Demon found himself in a supervillain group again in the Sinister Syndicate for Amazing Spider-Man 280 and 281. Tonight, Speed Demon has joined other rogues to create the Sinister Syndicate, working with Beetle, Rhino, Hydro Man, and Boomerang. He is sent out to kill Silver Sable. Speed Demon unfortunately doesn't get a lot to do here, but when he does have his own panels dedicated to him, I think they're his best. Later, Sandman helps out and weakens Speed Demon enough that he and the rest of the Syndicate escape by the skin of their teeth. He next appeared in Quasar, issue 17. There's a big race, and Speed Demon gets last place. He blames it on being in prison for so long. I guess with this issue, we can say he is the slowest super speedster in all of Marvel. And then he was with the Sinister Syndicate again in Deadly Foes of Spider-Man 4-issue miniseries. Tensions rise within the Sinister Syndicate as Beetle betrays them all to pay off his debts to Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin. And with Boomerang in prison, Speedy here puts the moves on, as they say, on his girlfriend. More and more happen until there's a war between the Syndicate, Speed Demon versus this girl, who is the new villain named Ringer. And he gets away at the end. The next big thing for James Sanders was in the story to Hero Killers. Here he has a cameo. Speed Demon was then in Thunderbolts issues 35 and 36, February and March 2000. Justin Hammer has assembled a group which Speed Demon is a part of. Songbird throws him around, but he still escapes in the end. He was then in Web Spinner's Tales of Spider-Man 17 and 18. The nation of Belgium has been thrown into chaos by the Sinister Syndicate, long story short. And Speed Demon gets tricked again, running into a hit by Doc Ock's tentacles, taking him out. He was then a member of the Thunderbolts for a lot of issues. His story is he was originally hired by Baron Strucker to spy on the team, but gave up doing that when the Thunderbolts fought Hydra. He was also helping fund the team by committing robberies as his old alias, the Wizard. One day, Squadron Sinister arrived and Speed Demon tricked and betrayed them, but was then kicked out of the team by Songbird when all of his crimes were revealed. His next big appearance was in the series The Superior Foes of Spider-Man as part of the Sinister Syndicate, or as they call themselves, the New Sinister Six, even though there's 5 of them. Anyway, Speed Demon has rejoined some of his old teammates, and the Living Brain made the 6th member, but he got taken by Superior Spider-Man, so they're now called just the Superior Foes. It's a comical 17-issue series, and Speed Demon here is just here for his powers and for jokes, which I think are done really well here. Next, for Speed Demon, he was in the cartoon show Avengers Assemble, first appearing in episode 7 titled Hyperion as an Easter egg. Overall, he did start out with Squadron Sinister, but then he became his own villain, but wasn't in that much, to be honest. His last appearances to date are his appearances in Sinister War as mostly an Easter egg, and he was with the superior foes. And he was in the series The United States of Captain America issues 1 through 5. He impersonated Captain America here, then he got knocked out while being a jerk. Seems like he was always the loser, but I love his costume and his powers. I guess making an original speedster character, the writers have done it well for James Sanders, but I wish he was seen as more of a B-tier Spider-Man threat than a Z-tier. But then again, he has gotten lamer and lamer, and I do not really care for pure comedic characters much, which is what Speed Demon has become. Reading his more present versions, it's insane to think of him as the Wizard, as part of Squadron Sinister, and part of the Grandmaster's plan at one point in time. Maybe if there was more of that, and they got rid of his Wizard identity, he would be seen as a bigger deal. Well, that is all for the 50th Forgotten Spider-Man Rogues episode on my favorite Forgotten Spidey Rogue, the Speed Demon. Thank you all for watching and helping this series go on for so long, and there are more forgotten villains to talk about, especially while reading through the Marvel Team-Up series. With that said, thank you for watching, and have a great day.